Hey fellow Americans, I'm Jane Smith Fisher, and I'd like to welcome you to my kitchen table. My family, like so many families, had some of our best conversations at our kitchen table, and I'm so happy to have you here with me today. I'll tell you why I invited you. When I was a little girl, my grandpa and I often sat watching TV together. My grandpa was an excitable man, and sometimes he would scream at the TV. "You morons," he'd yell, which I'd say, "Grandpa, the Jeopardy contestants can't always know the right answer, and besides, they can't even hear you." But Grandpa was never convinced. Now here we are, so many years later, and though I am not at all the excitable type, I'm the one screaming at the TV. Only I'm not screaming at Jeopardy contestants. I'm yelling at political pundits, interviewers, debate moderators. I feel like they don't always ask the right questions. And when candidates give cagey answers, they don't often follow up. I realized that I can't be the only one who's looking for more information and, most important, truthful answers. So I decided to take matters into my own hands. And to that end, I've taped a few videos right here in my kitchen to provide information on some of the topics that seem most important when deciding who to vote for. Now, I imagine you're wondering if I have a horse in this race. I do know who I'm voting for, but that's not relevant to this discussion. I made my choice after months of research on where the candidates stand on issues not just important to me, but important to all Americans. And you should do the same. Your very important vote shouldn't be based on headlines and sound bites. Now, I don't work for any campaign. I don't even own a company. I'm a middle-class worker, just like most of you. And my horse in this race is you. Me. It's our children and the grandchildren I so hope to have someday. That's who I'm rooting for. Now, one last important note before you can join me at my first video. This is not a political left-right thing. The facts I'm about to share with you, I've gleaned from lots of research through nonpartisan outlets, like nonpartisan think tanks, NPR, public television, and government statistics. And while I do read lots of articles all day long from newspapers and online sources on both sides of the aisle, I've decided to use information from the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, and the Washington Post. I know that each of them leans left or right on their editorial pages, and I won't be quoting that. However, I feel that they all have the integrity to show the facts in their article. And as John Adams rightly pointed out, facts are stubborn things. So buckle up. It's going to be a bumpy ride, but in a good way. I'll meet you at my first video. It's about taxes.